Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You're at the Cryptopolitan. I'm Satoshi Sean. Glad you're here. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. We get at least one video out every day. If there's breaking news or if there's just a lot of news, we'll get out more than one a day. And we get you out a weekend report every weekend. Also, please crush that like button. Really helps us out with YouTube's algorithm. Let's get into the news. Before we get into the news, I want to go over some of the things I have been saying about this one subject and country, India, and their Reserve Bank, the RBI, or the Reserve Bank of India. Pretty much everything that I had said over the past month and a half, 2 months, has come to fruition. I said pretty much the same thing about China and their government, which I'm sure we're going to see that happen too. In my opinion, the Reserve Bank of India is a piece of crap and a scammer. Whatever word is synonymous with scamming pieces of crap. Banks. There you go. So they've done exactly what I thought they would. The Reserve Bank of India smashes its anti-crypto image by embracing blockchain. And it should have everything set up in 2020 just in time for what? Facebook Libra coins launch. I had been saying, why would Facebook launch its test net and launch its test Libra, or the test project for Libra and their cryptocurrency in the most, arguably the second most, but honestly I think the most hostile country towards crypto. You could argue that China is more hostile, but China is a lot more rhetoric than they are actual action. Whereas India, they seem to be a lot more, have a lot more follow through with what they say they're going to do. So the Reserve Bank of India came out, we're going to ban all crypto, we're going to put anyone in jail for 10 years for trading, holding, mining, using anything with crypto. 10 years. All this was leaked. These documents were leaked. They created massive FOMO in India. They created massive desire for cryptocurrency because they were taking it away. All the while, Facebook's about to launch, and we're not going to deal with this Facebook thing either. Nothing. I think it was all bull. I think Facebook has been in bed with the government of India. I think they are with China as well. They've been caught by the U.S. intelligence community for giving China too much and kind of crossing the line with a lot of stuff they've done for China. And China banned the use of their main competitor in the country when it comes to their WeChat app. They banned WhatsApp, or whichever one's the opposite. China banned the one that they don't own. Just one of the more reasons why true blockchain and true crypto is gonna overcome all this and beat it all. But let's get over to the RBI here. Despite carrying an anti-crypto image, the Reserve Bank of India is all set to build a blockchain-empowered banking platform solely dedicated for the use of bank officials. According to yesterday's reports, the blockchain-based platform will serve Indian banks, private as well as public sector banks, and support the development of banking-related applications in this technology. And while they said they're not going to have anything to do with Libra, the idea of adopting Facebook Libra in the country, and it's all going to be ready by 2020, like I said, when Facebook's ready to launch. It's so obvious that Facebook is going to be the money of India. And it'll probably replace the dollar when it comes to India. That may be the big catalyst that forces the United States and the world banks to kind of take notice and fight Facebook a little bit on it. But we'll see. I'm sure China's going to follow. It's so obvious. I don't know how anyone else didn't really see it and didn't talk about it. They were just India. Reserve Bank of India was just hating on crypto so much that it was so obvious a scam. And to do this 180 in literally like 1 month, right before Facebook's going to launch, and then to take it away, and then now do the full 180. It's so transparent. In similar news, the launch of the digital euro in Germany puts Germany ahead of the game. Germany is the worst place financially. The Deutsche Bank's, it's been teetering for so long. And Germany's most influential political groups, the Christian Democratic Union and the Christian Social Union, are forming an alliance to introduce a stablecoin called the digital euro. It's going to be a stablecoin to be a more secure, faster, and cheaper version of fiat counterpart. It'll minimize market volatility as well. So I wonder what it's going to be stabilized by or backed by, if it's going to be more secure, faster, and cheaper than its version of its fiat counterpart. It's really showing the cracks in the euro and the whole EU. The CDU and the CSU union believes that if Facebook's Libra launch does go according to plan and gets launched in 2020, the Central Bank of Germany is likely to witness a certain degree of rebuff from the public, owing to their inabilities in ineffective wealth management. What that means is that the Deutsche Bank and their stock has plummeted like 90%. It's been doing pretty much nothing but going down for a decade or two. It's in shambles. And basically people see Facebook's Libra coin, or it's a digital currency, but as what Bitcoin or cryptocurrency really is, but the masses still really don't know about it. We think that, they do because we're in the space, but this is like, this is completely new. This is different. This is going to be more stable than banks have been, and then especially than Deutsche Bank's been. But looking forward to seeing how this goes. I really am. Some scam news. There's a white screen. The United Arab Emirates Crown Prince was used his face was used in a crypto scam. I don't understand how people fall for this stuff. It's really, if you want adoption, I guess people need to need help with this. But I really don't feel that bad. It's like you really, kind of get what you deserve. There's adverts about this crypto exchange. The adverts have been taken down. The UAE Crown Prince was used in a brand ambassador for a crypto exchange named Bitcoin Loophole. Sounds credible already. The adverts were on Facebook and other social media. It was riddled with meaningless comments. Now this, if you see this, it's fake. If you see this, it's fake. Period. It was riddled with meaningless comments from Bill Gates. I don't know why Bill Gates is the favorite of all these freaking scammers, but he doesn't really like cryptocurrency that much. And if he did say anything, it would be on all mainstream news. It wouldn't be on a Facebook ad for a no-name exchange. There were Bill Gates in order to ramp up the trustworthy meter. At the end of the advert was a redirect towards a website. Naturally, though, neither the Crown Prince nor Bill Gates knew about the exchange's existence. It had nothing to do with it. Yeah. And the website said they would make traders $13,000 within 24 hours using modern technologies. But the thing is, regardless though, the scammers definitely made away with at least some of the users' money, and will most likely never be heard from again. I don't get how anyone would fall for that. I really don't. I really don't understand how people could fall for that. Okay, U.S. markets have had a critical impact on the Binance coin. I did a couple stories on this when it first happened, when Binance kicked off U.S. Investors. I think there's only probably 60 days left for you to get your money off of Binance. Binance did straight lie. it's not that surprising. They said that the U.S. makes up like 12%, and then they said like 15% or 17% of their total volume. So they don't really, the U.S. market's not that big of a deal. I just saw an interview where CZ said, "We've never went after the U.S. market. We stayed away from the U.S. market. Blah 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 blah." But if you look at independent studies and whatever the other word is for studies, and research that other independent agencies have done, like 25 to 30% of Binance's or higher, it's like 25 to 37, or close to 40% of their total volume and total traffic is U.S. based. So it has had a big effect on the BNB coin. It's down 12% like from in a week. I think it's going to be a lot worse when because there's not a lot of reason for BNB besides speculative or IEOs. If you're not using it, if you're not using Binance, there's no utility for that token whatsoever. The only thing is speculativeness, is speculation. That's it. The only use case for it. If you're not using the platform, and United States citizens will not be using the platform, so it's gonna drop. I think it's gonna drop pretty hardcore, but we'll see what happens after that. And then false reports. This is something I wanted to clear up. It was all over social media that there were reports that there was mosques in Iran that were using that were mining Bitcoin, and one of the things that was kind of outrage is that all mosques have free electricity from the government, so that they were using that electricity to mine Bitcoin, which was, it goes against a lot of stuff that Islam basically, like the basis is for Islam. But it was found to be false. It was actually rented space in a poultry farm, and it's been debunked. That's about it for today. It was nice hanging out with you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll definitely interact with you and answer you pretty quick. I'm usually pretty good on that. Please crush that like button. If it's your first time here, like I said, please hit the subscribe button, the bell for notifications. I'm Satoshi Sean. You guys take care, and I will see you in the next video.